This map from 1485 caught my eye for three reasons. Number one is it's a kind of a sad map because it was done in 1485 and it has this weird land bridge between Africa and Asia in the southeast, which was not uncommon for the time. You have this Ptolemaic worldview that this was just the case, and it encloses the Indian Ocean. But 2 years later only, it would have been discovered that this was not the case and this just didn't exist. What this bridge kind of reminds me of is how nowadays we complain about AI. If it doesn't know something, it gives you still an answer and it's very, you know, compelling about the answer. Like it will be very sure that this is correct, even though it's complete nonsense. And it reminds me of that. Like they just draw this land bridge with rivers and mountains and peninsulas and what have you, very detailed. And then it doesn't exist. It's complete nonsense. But I guess they just didn't want to leave a blank space. Would have been weird, I assume. Anyways, that was the first reason. The second reason is that it is actually quite an interesting map from the concepts that they had back at the time. I already mentioned this bridge between Africa and Asia. Another concept is this Paradise Lake in the very east. It's a lake with four rivers sprouting from it. And in this map, you have the four rivers being the Nile River going all the way through this land bridge, coming out at the Mediterranean. Then you have the Tigris and Euphrates, which to me was a bit weird. I would have thought at the time they would have known that these two rivers sprout from Turkey because it's not so far away from where they did their crusades. And the fourth river is the Faison, nowadays the Ganges River. And this is basically the end of the world. So you have this lake at the very end. You don't have, such a thing as China or Japan on this map. It just doesn't exist. And the third reason why I really like this map is because it is an eye pleaser from afar and it is interesting up close. So from afar you have this very nice roundish shape. You get an idea of how the world would have looked like in the mind of someone back then. And when you zoom in and you see the names, it seems like it's made in ancient Rome because the names are Roman names. If you go to West Africa, you see the name Mauritania Cesarensis. If you go to Germany, you see the name Germania Magna. Like at this point, this area has been occupied by the Holy Roman Empire, and Italy had been part of the Holy Roman Empire, at least sometimes, and this has been going on for hundreds of years. So why this map calls this region Germania Magna? Very unclear to me, unless the author really tried to establish a Roman view. I mean, it's not like there are any country names here, nation names. These are more region names, like you would have given, for example, Mesopotamia or Germania, for that matter. So that's just super interesting to me that a map was made in 1485 with these kind of names. Anyways, let me know, do you find that interesting? Do you have a map that you maybe find even more interesting? And maybe you want me to draw that one. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I see you on the next one. Bye bye.